Hello and what is up YouTube, welcome back to the RiftGuides WildRift video. We have one of the most broken, if not the most broken top laner today. So if you want to learn how this champion functions, how this champion works, and what you have to do to be the best top laner in WildRift, then let's take a look at these Chinese top 1 Fiora with over 107 marks in Sovereign. And if you want to have cheap skins, check out the description below the link to my partners. You'll get everything you want cosmetic wise for a cheaper price, so go there, check them out, and send them some love as well. Don't forget to use code KURX10. Anyway, we are back in this video. We are playing Fiora into Graves top. So what is really special about this one? Graves can't really hit from minions unless they die, and Fiora is always poking with her first ability. So what's really scary is just Fiora's poke. She's resetting the Vital here for a better one. Graves skilled his smoke screen. That's a little bit sus. Fiora has her riposte ready for gigaslow damage. It's insane how much damage Fiora's riposte actually does. If you pay close attention to how much damage this spell does, it's absurd for the cooldown. And if the OGs in chat, just let me know in the comments below if you remember old Fiora with the bigger lunge hitbox, as well as the half cooldown riposte. Do remember that one, because that was absolutely toxic, and people believed at that time Fiora was bad when she was winning everything automatically. Nice slow totem, hits the riposte and gets an easy kill. So much damage, slow tower, perfect wave management, Graves absolutely put into the dirt, no chance of survival, and absolutely free win for the Fiora. Now Fiora has only one issue left. It's all about pushing the wave into the tower, picking up, hopefully, her fully completed boots, puts in that riposte through the minions, because riposte actually goes through the minions and it only stops, it's a projectile and it only stops if it hits a champion. First item, as per usual, plated steel caps, buying anti-heal very early on. He's assuming, why are we building anti-heal this early on? Is he assuming that Graves was going for Bloodthirster? That's pretty weird, no? I don't necessarily think that's a good pickup or required pickup, but well, let's see. He lost a Scorpion to Graves, but this Scorpion can actually bite the Graves in the butt because it's auto pushing. And yeah, Graves as a champion can only push. Like, this champion is meant to push and then go for rotations. If you're familiar with, for example, mid lane Graves, look at this trade, it's so toxic. If you're familiar with mid lane Graves, or please hold the wave and completely demolish that, yes. Holds the wave, puts the Grave into a spot where he has to reset or contest the wave. Like, the Graves is in desperate need of help. He will not be able to access minions. He can't even get into XP range because the Fiora is zoning him completely. There's a 1 level gap in top lane. And level gaps in WildRift are something that are not very common. Viego comes in for a gank, looks for some cheap or like easy damage onto the Graves. Now the Fiora breaks her own freeze and pushes in the next wave. What will she commit? Is the Viego's walking away again, even though Fiora broke the freeze looking for a potential dive. But now we saw a Scryer's Bloom being popped. I don't know if it was Graves or somebody else, I didn't see. Good poke happening, trades one tower shot. Graves immediately clears the wave with end of the line and collateral. Can't really cancel this one. Fiora, however, will push this wave and will get the Scorpion. Use riposte to clear the wave. Very important. And yeah, generally as a Fiora player, what you can do is you can walk away to reset your Vital, to have an easier Vital to proc. Another thing that's also very important is understanding how your spells work. What most people do, or what many people do that are like one-trick Fioras, they adjust the sensitivity of their first ability so they can short Q. Because it's very difficult to short Q if you do it fast. And the idea is to use your Q as an auto-attack reset, or at least as another form of damage, on top of, for example, having your third ability Blade work also as an auto-attack reset. So with all this combined, you obviously also want to play around Vitals, and what you can also do is you can proc a Vital at one spot, and then immediately proc the ult, and then again hit another Vital on the same spot. Because you proccing a Vital doesn't matter, because you proc the Vital and then your ult will spawn 4 new immediately. So you get to proc 5 Vitals, and you can go even further with a Protobelt, because Protobelt enchantment also procs the Vital. So you have so much damage in such short time that many champions simply have no chance of surviving this in any way. Somebody already voting surrender for no apparent reason. Somebody had enough. I don't really know why. He's sending his team probably some positive messages like, hey bro, come on, calm down. Everything is fine. We can win. The bot lane incident. 4 deaths on bot lane. Classic. Yeah, you know it. If you know, you know. If you suffered from bot differential recently, let me know in the comments below. We can cry together and share the pain. Jarvan taking the Hexgate close to the... That was a close secured, but no, Jarvan is pretty much overextended in the enemy jungle. Fiora popping ult, chasing after him. Pops everything, but... Wait, somebody hit the CC. Now they even get the kill on that one. Fiora can't really chase after them, also doesn't really have much mana left. However, there's a Scorpion left on the bottom right side. Fiora now has to focus on pushing the wave, because otherwise she can't really enter this play. Fiora now completely out of mana, that's why many people actually play Manamune on this champion, because it's just such a hassle to constantly run out of mana. It's pretty much the biggest pain possible. Going into depth, classic. It's also a very interesting rune setup if you noticed earlier. It's quite a peculiar setup that you've probably never seen before. Walks mid lane because it has Demolish up, wants to proc Demolish on mid lane. Because it's basically free to do because of the rotation timer. Gets it done. Oh no, we have a problem, Houston. 3 people mid lane, stealing the fruit for some sweet tooth money printing. Now we have the entire family up here. That is not a good look. Pops the plant, is about to get away, gets really fortunate with the blasting cones. However, the investment of his play going mid lane to pop the Demolish on the mid lane tower was immediately answered by a 19 billion man rotation by the Chinese masterminds on the enemy team. So Graves is now left alone with the tower on the other side of the map, recuperating a lot from the earlier losses, but he has Collector with no boots. Brother, you will die once Fiora touches you. Because think about this, you're playing into double physical topside with Viego and Fiora jungle, Viego jungle and Fiora, and you don't have plated. So what will happen to you? If Fiora gets close, your HP bar just vanishes. So if you see Fiora dash into him, did you just see this? This is what happens if you don't have plated. Yes, a portion of this was in fact true damage, but the issue is a big portion of the damage she is dealt is physical. Like, I mean, she has Trinity Force, which is 200 of your base AD on top of any spell you cast every 1.5 seconds. Yeah, goodbye, nobody's going to save you. Tower's also being taken care of, 2 HP left. Ornn around the corner gets CC'd by the riposte of the Brittle Auto. I don't think Ornn can win this, but Fiora's still walking away because she doesn't know who's behind. And the only goal for Fiora right now is survival, because she has the next item spike in base anyway after this wave. So now we could have a completed Manamune base, which is an insane increase in AD and obviously quality of life, because we simply do not have to worry about mana anymore like we did before. Because before, as you saw, like casting a full rotation of Fiora spells like QWE into Ult Q, your mana pool is just gone, it's just too much mana. And now we finally have the luxury to not have to worry about this anymore. Okay, Jhin Trap's on the way, collecting some 10 extra gold. Looking to have some impact constantly on the map, very atypical of a top laner. I'm not very sure if I personally like this a lot, but he's trying to impact the map constantly. The question is, what alternative... he just yoinked this. The question is, what alternative could he have gone for? Because I personally don't really know what he was trying to achieve. Enemy now setting up the dragon, already going and collapsing on the Milio. Milio is now completely caught off guard there. Meanwhile, Varus got the tier 1 top or bot, depending on how you want to view it. Getting procs left and right. Okay, if you're going for a big rotation, Gray's still very much behind in terms of tempo. Catches the next wave so the enemy can't capitalize on their numbers advantage here. Doesn't really have to worry about anything, because it's simply just the Grace. The Grace will just get though if he is too squishy, if Fiora is too far ahead and just picks up a free kill. But now has to worry about the enemy team incoming towards her direction. But it seems like the enemy will focus on the upcoming dragon, so Fiora is now left alone with another wave on the bottom side, and since he is running Demolish, this tower could take serious damage. She might even consider trading her life for this tower, because it's still Fiora. Look at the damage she does to the tower and how fast it is. Gets the tower for free. It's not even... she's not even dying. It's a first strike Jarvan. A full lethality? No, he has... No, it's not full lethality. But he can still go lethality. Sun Sky is not a bad first item for Jarvan. I mean, generally speaking, it's not a bad item. Like, the value it provides is insane. So what are we picking up right now? Eclipse. So what I'm usually seeing from Fioras nowadays is you start with Eclipse, you go into Manamune, and then you go Trinity Force. Or you just buy a Sheen and buy tier, like you buy any of the tier 1 items that either allow you to have infinite mana, or, oh, my cat is on the Meowses, or you pick up the item for which you just have the gold right now. But for example, for Triforce it would be Sheen, for Manamune it would be Tier, because both of these items grant you a lot of power as well as quality of life. And for example, I asked Random why he now prefers Eclipse on, like, specifically Fiora. Like, I think he said specifically only Fiora, is because her Sheen item is too little damage, and with Eclipse it allows him to have an easier lethal on champions to carry harder. If it fails though, he's absolutely doomed, but still it allows him to have an easier lethal to just snowball the game through damage early on. Okay, he's hiding in the brush here, just waiting to see for the enemy's rotation. Baron Nashor spawns in 7 seconds, so there's a high likelihood that the enemy might be contesting that one or looking at that one. However, he's on the other side, so his team is now able to pick up a chance of getting Nash. Oh, he didn't see that fine line of the Jhin. Oh my god. The fine line of the Jin's second ability was barely visible, and therefore he couldn't riposte it, because if he riposted, I think he's fine. Enemy team, the Jarvan used the Hexgate to get close, gets immediately killed though, and this is something that was very, very well done, because the enemy team has to choose. They have to either go for Nashor, or they have to go for him. If they don't send enough people for him, he will just take the opposing side's inhibitor from Baron Nashor, and his team, like the enemy team, might be able to pick up Nashor, but it's only a might, because they still have to choose. And given that he is very fast in tower taking, even getting that Nashor could lead to massive problems, because they can't convert too much with this Nashor, because nobody in his, like in the enemy team, can reliably face the Fiora in side lane. They need to always commit 2, maybe 3 people to deal with them, which leaves them in a spot that is very difficult to push into. But if you also look at the champions they have, like Syndra and Varus, it's also not the easiest to just play into these champions, specifically if you know about one interaction. If Varus ult hits the T-Hex, the Varus ult is spreading from the T-Hex, because the T-Hex is counts as a champion. Okay, what are we seeing right now? The team is doing some mid-lane classic shenanigans. Well, he's just taking care of the tower. He just blew this tower apart within like a few seconds. Now you can just walk it off again. Enemy team has soul available. Oh my god, he's zooming, but the enemy is zooming even faster. The crit Jonathan Vic, but now the angry Oran god is walking around the corner. Nice riposte, avoiding certain death here. Jhin popping the curtain call, hits at least 1, but it doesn't really matter too much. Fiora is on the run. Grand Theft Tower, take 1 tower and leave it like that. What is Ornn doing? Is somebody else? Somebody must be behind. Yeah, there we go. Because Ornn would never really go alone. Nice riposte onto the CC. Ornn gets really impatient, pops that one. He can win this, by the way, because there's not enough damage. But now Jonathan is there, and with Jonathan there's an easy win chance. Riposte this pretty easy. Oh my god, he was nearly in auto attack range of the Jonathan. And Jonathan has Collector, so at this point, anything that touches him from the Jonathan would probably put him below the threshold. Oh, yeah. Speaking of, anything that touches him puts him below the threshold. Oh no, he actually just died to that one. This is the soul for the Jarvan team, so... Okay, they didn't get the soul. That was too funny. Because we even said, if anything touches him, he dies. And then the Jonathan trap just says, nope. Well, if you are ult being popped, good luck, brother. You are just dead. Yeah, nice try. Just outplay, bro. Just deal more damage, yeah? Forehead. Just deal more damage. Funnily enough, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, a full late game Graves with crit could kill a Fiora faster than a Fiora could kill him. Because I think it depends all on the riposte timer. If the Fiora messes up the riposte, she dies instantly, I think. But if there's something that's really Exodia-like, it's like a full AD team into Fiora. And Fiora has access to plated steel caps as well as not Demon's Blade, Death's Dance. Because then, what are you supposed to do? Because you do so much less burst damage, and then you're like facing so many problems at the same time. Enemy team picking up Baron Nashor. Now we're at a point in the game where this Nashor could enter the game's end. Because look, we are past 60 minutes, Nexus Shield is no more for Fiora's team. So any mistake, like any team wipe, could immediately end the game. Look at this Trapper. Look, the Graves damage is insane though. Yeah, and the entire enemy team collapsed on him. Will this death be consequential? Because the timer on Elder, I don't like. I really don't trust it. Because normally it should be like, if it starts like filling up the bar, it should be 1 minute. But I have my suspicions that it's never really accurate. Yeah, it's 90 seconds. Okay, Viego looking for... Yeah, he's trying to get the next wave, but that will probably not matter too much if this wave survives. Obviously, life will get easier. They might lose one mid lane inhibitor, which doesn't really matter too much. Viego can also look for a flank, just waiting in the wings. With the enemies getting like really low, the TX is left alone. Viego dashes in, looks for an angle. Fiora didn't have the gold to pick up, or didn't pick up teleport. Now Elder is spawning. Viego is relatively low. Milio is trying to sustain people with a redemption, but the enemy team doesn't seem to be like they're on Elder. Yep, it doesn't look like it, so far at least. Look at the damage he's doing to Ornn. He's popping that Ornn instantaneously. Now the Swain is left alone, and Swain doesn't have the damage to deal with Fiora. It just simply doesn't work. He can be like a utility bot and deal damage to the backline, potentially, but Fiora will always just completely decimate him. Now the enemy has overstayed their welcome. They took too much time to play for a mid inhibitor, which doesn't matter anymore at this point. And they lost their position for Elder. With that, they gave the enemy the prime chance to come back after this loss. Varus ult connects. Oh my god, this Jonathan's damage, you're dead, bro. But they secure the Elder. Now with the Elder, oh my god, Jonathan scaled into the late game is a menace. Bonk, #1. And then he just walks off with 9k speed. Like, he has so many items. Jonathan is so fed. That is crazy. Okay, if you're vibing here casually, doing it backwards, because why even try, you know? No need to. Easy. Okay, Grave somehow nearly killing Viego. Jarvan now picking up. Oh my god, it's an all-out team fight down there. So now the enemy team has to make a decision. Can they make it fast enough with Nashor, with Syndra being there? Because who is going to defend against the Fiora? Because Fiora might just end the game here. Yeah, Swain, you will not survive. Swain, you simply just die. Yeah, look at the damage he's doing. Instantly pops him, turns around, Stark Shield procs, and now he will simply end the game. Because what is Swain supposed to do? He can just get dove anyway. He doesn't really have the damage to do with the wave. Like he can try his best, but if Fiora pays attention, he just dies instantly. And he didn't have Zhonya's. I think was still on cooldown. So yeah, beautifully played by the Fiora. A few mess up here and there, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Fiora in general, because I think this champion is batshit broken. But yeah, my voice, what the hell? Anyways, As per usual, thank you for watching, check out that channel in the description below, and we'll see each other for more content very, very soon. So take care and have a beautiful and wonderful day.